And we are live once again on a Friday night to bring you all some of what we hope is the best entertainment that life, stories, and people can bring. Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Dice and Destiny. It's me and a full crew here once again tonight.
Woo!
Hey!
Let's go.
We still have a quiet one in the corner though.
Ooh,
Funny
sorry,
enough,
I'm trying
it's our barbarian.
to password. I've lost a password. I'm sorry. Woo! I'm here.
Someone
Sorry, I'm
DM
panicking.
her password, please.
I'll get on it.
Thank you.
Right, so with that being said and introductions being had, we are exploring other avenues for social media and other places where we can broadcast our podcast to. So in the coming weeks, we will be looking at updated locations for our show, as well as additional social media posts being run during the week. Hopefully we can also get live Q&As with the audience and people from the crew. And the last but not least and final announcement that I have, as some of you in the audience may now be aware, there was a prequel campaign Now, the beauty of the prequel campaign that I ran, the Azure Watch, it featured a few other people who haven't joined us with this campaign, unfortunately, because of time zone differences and various other reasons. But we did record it. And I am going to be looking at potentially releasing the prequel campaign starting in November.
Ooh.
So all of you that are out there listening and watching of Dice and Destiny, you will all be able to get to hear the prequel story that is the Azure Watch and get to meet some of the characters that you've already met in this campaign, such as Brock and Elizabeth the tailor and a few others. But without further ado, I think that's the right way of saying it, but my words have been failing me all day today.
Sounds right to me.
Brilliant. We're going to get into tonight's episode of Dice and Destiny. And before we do that, we need a recap. Do we have a volunteer?
I say meekly. Ooh.
Take it away.
So excited. Right. So, as far as I remember, we were in Elizabeth's shop at the beginning, and she kind of we got all into our outfits. So, like, everyone's now in their like fantasy getup, and so then we all like we went out and we all decided like we need to do things. We have Steve who needs to get some stuff, and we need some weapons for Jess, and we were all just needing to go do stuff. And we'd had a little map that Elizabeth had drawn us, so we went to the merchants district, and then we split up into two groups. One group went into the magic shop where they talked to this older lady who sold them spells, I believe.
They
And
taught
kind of
them some spells.
yeah, and then pointed them in the next best direction to go. And the other half of the group went into Brock's shop to get weapons. And two of our party members got weapons, one a dagger, one a steel pipe, I believe. And Brock managed to royally madden Aurora, who ended up storming out and then going to the nearest chapel, where her entire world was flipped and landed on its posterior as multiple gods contacted her for the first time in her life.
Yes.
And I believe that's where it kind of ended. Very summarized, obviously.
Very, very much summarized. And yes, that was indeed where it left off last time. But as you know, part of that journey in the chapel was a journey of your spirit heading back to Earth, where
You're right.
you discovered, much to your shock and horror, that you have been missing for 28 days, if the vision or experience that you had is to be believed.
Well, I guess Steve is going to be single very soon.
No, don't say that. It's not his wife.
So, with that, you and Jess left the chapel, and on the way out, Jess was introduced to another goddess, a red-haired lady who tapped you on your shoulder, gave you a wink. And then you all met back up outside the chapel, ready to move on with the rest of the day. As you look around and look up, you see that the sun is nearing midway. You estimate it to be about 11 o'clock or so in the morning at this point in time. Around you are very narrow streets and alleys in this sort of artisan's quarter, as it were. And you're looking around, seeing like various coloured walls and paints and like painted walls and doors and all sorts of little shops, little knick-knack shops and things as you're walking through. Eventually, as your feet are starting to feel the cobblestones beneath them, you come out into a slightly wider area. Probably one of the main thoroughfares that gets people to and from the Artisans' Quarter to another area of the town or another district. But directly opposite you is a tavern. Quite clearly a tavern, as the smells of cooked meats and the clinking of glasses and jugs and God knows what else, and the shouts and the screams of joy and pleasure and what have you, of people enjoying themselves in this tavern, meet you from across the road. But there's something else that catches your eye. A small young girl, well, I say small. She's dressed fairly elegantly, but in common clothes still, as she seems to be sat on a small bench carved out of marble, just on the corner outside of the tavern. She catches your eye because she's actually staring straight at you all. And when she realizes that you're looking, she averts her gaze. She's got blackish hair, curly, sort of shoulder length. And the clothing that she's wearing is sort of black, not quite lace, but lace-like clothing with corseted top and a sort of knee-lengthish skirt, as it were. And she gets up, shakes her head, walks around the corner and disappears. But it is on all of you to tell me where you wish to go.
Aurora's probably still like clutching Jess as she's walking, her brain still spiraling, like she's got a cold sweat, her face is pale, she's just like in her own world of panic right now, so she probably wouldn't really have noticed the young girl as much as others.
Okay.
Do you want to find somewhere to sit down? Look, there's a. We can go and take a seat for 5 minutes. And
she just kind of blindly nods. She doesn't really reply. Her mouth's dry.
Jess will kind of lead her to the bench and kind of sit her down carefully and just stay with her and keep an eye on her and things.
What's the rest of the party doing?
I feel like as soon as Steve got out and waiting for the others, he opened his parchment he bought and starts to writing down his spells for his own spell book.
Okay, fair. I mean, you did pick up some ink and some parchment.
I did.
So you start scribing the spell that you've just learnt.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
As well as the ice knife spell.
What is Chris and Jamie? Not Jamie, Aspen. What is Crisp and Aspen doing?
Chris would be kind of like looking at everyone else, like kind of weirded out that people are just like completely ignoring like what just actually happened, like with the young girl just kind of staring at them like that. And and we just kind of look between like the girl who just dipped away and then like probably at Aurora, just and like kind of frowning a bit because they have no clue what's gone on with Aurora. And but they're just kind of standing there, just looking between everything, just like, did no one else notice that? Like, did no one else?
Did you say something?
Did no one else just notice that child staring at us?
Child? What child?
What child? I think we've got a bit of a more serious situation here with Aurora. Something happened in the temple, and Aurora's not okay.
She's like muttering to herself. Her head is in her hands, and she's just staring at her knees like she's bouncing her leg. Girl is not okay.
Chris just kind of slowly nods and just kind of makes their way towards Aurora and just like, so do you want to what happened?
The gods. She like snaps and looks at him. Them. The gods. They talked to me. They spoke in my head. Multiple of them.
Do I need to find like a psychiatrist or something?
I mean, I am a trainee psychologist, and she's not lying. As I was walking out, I believe one of them tapped me.
Right.
I asked them not to scare her. Otherwise, they would have played a prank.
I wasn't afraid. I'm just intrigued more than anything else. But I'm more worried about you right now. How are you doing? Honestly.
She's like biting her lip to like the point like where it's like getting red and raw.
I think we need to get you some food and maybe some somewhere we can get some tea, just to kind of sit and process things. Didn't Elizabeth say there was a tavern around here? What was it called? The Swirly Gig.
Sounds better than nothing, I suppose.
Yeah, sure.
So, as you look up at the tavern sign that you are quite clearly sat outside. There's no words on it, but you see what appears to be a tankard of ale sat in what appears to be a swirl of colours that kind of matches this artisan district.
I mean, there's a tavern right there. We could pop in. I mean, how expensive can tea and beer and other beverages be in this place?
Please, don't say that too loud.
I'm hoping there's no one else around loud enough to hear that at the moment.
Well, again, it's better than nothing. I would say just head in. If that
Yep.
child wants our attention, bloody well find us in here instead.
Yep. Jess will go back to Aurora and gently put her, pick her up via her arm gently and lead her towards the tavern. Let's get something inside you.
There's no resistance. She follows very meekly. Like there's no fight at all in her, which is quite odd.
I think maybe when this is all over, we may need to get some therapeutic intervention for PTSD.
I think she needs. I genuinely just think she needs just a cuff around the head and she'll be right. Just to snap her out.
That's very formal.
And Chris kind of like winds up their hand as if they were about to like punch something, and they were just like just to snap her out of it, you know.
And I'll try and stop you from hitting her.
I am joking.
Okay.
A little bit.
What is Aspen doing or saying? Have we lost Jamie? Have we lost one of our players?
Sorry, my headphones keep cutting out. I thought I'd fixed it and they obviously clipped out again. I'm so sorry. Please repeat what you said.
And what are you doing during this moment?
I think I'm probably I'm nearby, obviously. I'm like within earshot. I'm probably fiddling with my new steel pipe or whatever it was that I got.
Iron rod.
That's the one. Yeah, I'm gonna follow everyone where they go, but I'm a little bit distracted, I think.
Fair enough. So as you all gather yourselves to head into this pub, this tavern, entering the tavern, you find that it is actually quite rustic. It's almost like I forgot to upload the map.
It's a very nice shade of black.
That's such a pretty tavern. I can see so well.
It's fine. So, as you enter into the tavern, you see like the bar in front of you. You see a lot of very joyous people. You see various trays of meats and things laid out almost like it's in a buffet, as it were. And it becomes very clear very quickly that the people in here are not really paying much heed to anyone, as it were. And you can almost cut the atmosphere in here with a knife. Even though it sounds quite jolly, it sounds quite upbeat, and it's almost almost very pleasant, as it were. It doesn't. There's just something here that seems to be off. Whether it's the colours or whether it is the. I have uploaded the map, and it is missing.
Drum roll.
Saint
We believe in you.
seems.
You've got
Yes, I've got this. It's here.
Woo!
Woohoo! It seems to. Yeah, this Saint seems to be off slightly. Even though people are talking to one another and it seems to be quite joyous, looking around, you do notice that there seems to be a few. Everyone seems to be in their own little clique, as it were. With the exception of the tavern keeper, who is standing there on his own in front of the bar, looking for whoever the next customer is, waiting as he, with a towel, just starts wiping out the tavern. God, can't do my words today. Wiping out the glasses and tankards and things that are there. You're currently in the bar here.
It's not loaded for me.
I think I'm going to reload just in case.
Yeah. Oh, it's loading, I think.
It should be loading. I am having all sorts of wonderful tech problems today.
I got it as well.
I was going to say, this seems like one of those days.
We've got it. Where is here again, please, DM?
The here is where you see the ping.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
Egg tavern. Okay.
Yep.
Again, Aurora's probably just kind of clutching the one person that's holding her.
Let's
So-
find a corner to sit down and get something to eat and drink.
No resistance whatsoever. No reply either. She will just go where she is being moved. Very out of it, very shaken still.
Fortunately for you, there is a table that is free. As you all approach it and sit down.
Right. Let's get some food and drink, I guess. I'll approach. Jess will approach the bar. Is anyone going to come with me?
Yeah, Steve will join you.
Chris will wait with Aurora.
Okay. As you approach the bar, you see quite a big, burly gentleman. Clearly, he's the type that he has muscles, but they're not muscles of someone that's gone to a gym. These are the muscles of someone that's worked hard and does heavy lifting for a living. He's fairly tall. He's got short cropped blonde hair. And as he looks down at you, you can see what appears to be like a couple of half tusks coming out from his bottom jaw over his upper lips. There's a small scar down one side of his face. And the rest of his clothing and that he's wearing are sort of red, almost like padded leather. Pretty hardcore, heavy duty looking boots. And a couple of chains wrapped around his waist.
Hi. Could I please have a mug of water, and an ale, please?
You can.
And what food do you offer?
We have various dried meats, such as we got the ham on the bone over there. We got the butcher calls it jerky, which I think is some kind of beef, as it were. And he pauses for a moment as he looks into the tankard that he's holding. Puts it down on the counter. Got dried meats.
Excellent.
If you're lucky, we might have some rotten cheese out the back.
That would be fine. And obviously, Jess at the bar right now looks like the equivalent to an underage 16-year-old going up to a bar and trying to order a drink illegally. She feels very, very out of place. But she's doing her best. So, dried meats, please, and some bread, if you have some as well.
Aye. That's fine.
Yep, and she'll look to Steve.
And
Steve?
He pulls down the dried, like the ham bone off of one of the hooks that it's hanging from, and he slams it down onto the counter in front of him and pulls out what appears to be a rather heavy butcher's blade as he takes a swing with his arm, slams down into it, and you just see a chunk cleanly fall off of this ham bone.
Jess kind of jumps back in shock, and secretly in her mind she's thinking, this is not hygienic. What the heck is going on? But she'll try and like muster a kind of a smile and nod and look to Steve. Steve,
Yeah.
you, drink?
Oh yeah. Could I have a ale and maybe some of that ham on the bone?
Hey, he lifts his arm up. He readjusts the ham bone. Whack! Down with the blade once again as he cuts it cleanly through the bone a second
Jess jumps
time.
again.
Important
Yes.
question: does Steve see smoke rings?
You don't see smoke rings, but
Like
You
that would
do-
indicate if it's smoked or not.
you do see. That would indicate what? Sorry.
If the ham was smoked or not.
It's not smoked. It is cured, but it's not smoked.
Yeah.
But regardless, you do see him laughing every time. And he does it again. He raises his arm and he brings it down on that ham bone once more.
Jess twitches again.
Yeah.
She's trying to hold composure, but she's just kind of like
Steve doesn't move an inch and just
He puts the blade under the counter once more, and he puts all 3 chunks on the plate.
you.
You're giving me a good laugh there this morning, lass.
Okay.
something tells me you get a lot more people with that.
I've had a few. As for your drinks, he pulls another 3 glasses off of one of the shelves behind him, puts it down on the counter, and as he does this, he then lifts a barrel of ale from the floor. For your ale. And he twists what could only be considered a rudimentary tap as he's carrying this barrel, under one arm, twists the tap, and you see all 3 of the jugs of the tankards fill with ale. Closes the tap, pushes them over towards you. He pulls down another tankard, puts it down. Now, you said you wanted some water.
Yes, for our friend over there. She's had a bit of a day.
I think she needs something a bit stronger. He puts that barrel down, picks up another one off of the floor, and this one looks to be more like, as he starts pouring it into the tankard, looks to be more like a dark stout, almost. And he closes the tapper when it fills. Let that settle first. Let it get a nice head on it, and then give that to her. That'll be all the medicine she needs.
Okay.
We don't have water here. This is a tavern, a fine establishment with all your drinking needs. Well.
I see.
I've forgotten the words.
It's okay. Steve, what does Chris and Aspen want to drink?
I haven't asked. I could check on them.
I'll check on them. You stay here, and Jess
Yeah,
will
sure.
quickly hurry over to Aspen and Chris and on the table. What do you want to drink? They only serve alcohol.
Okay.
Just I don't know, just an ale is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. That's fine by me.
Perfect. And Jess will go over and be like, 2 more ales, please.
He pulls 2 more glasses down, puts them on the counter, and lifts the first barrel up again. Fills the tankards, puts it down, shoves them over. So, you're travellers then, I take it?
Yes.
Yeah, we're new here in town.
Yeah.
Very new.
Yeah, I can tell. It's all good, though. The only reason I can tell is because your accent sounds like nothing we got around town here.
Yeah, we've come a very, very, very long way.
It's been quite a journey, so to say.
Well, if you've got any tales from your journey, feel free to tell me them, but it's not going to get you a discount on your drinks. That'll be a silver piece each for each one of those.
I only have a gold piece left. Would that be fine?
Yeah, I can give you 3 silver change.
Yeah, sure.
Cheers.
Steve hands the gold coin to the barkeep.
He pulls out of his pocket 3 silver and passes it back to you. How many drinks did you order?
There was a stout and 4 ales, or 3 ales, a stout and 4 ales,
Yeah.
and ham.
No, that works out. That's 5 silver for that, plus the ham. There you go. You get that third one for free because you gave me quite a laugh with you jumping and twitching there.
Jess will just smile awkwardly.
Well, at least your amusement got us a bit of a discount.
Aye. That's the reason why I couldn't give you any more of a discount, being that you're new travellers. Sorry about that. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it here in town. Just watch some of these clicks that come in the morning, yeah? Don't try and interact with them too much. If they say hello, fine. There's a couple you want to steer clear of because they're in here every morning and they're grouchy until they've had about 5 more. Just to let you know.
We'll keep it in mind.
Sounds like where I come from and the drunks in Weatherspoons.
Weatherspoons? What's that?
It's a tavern from where we're from. People go drinking first thing in the morning and tend to be grumpy until they had their drinks until lunchtime.
Right. Fair enough. Maybe if I ever get to travel anywhere, I'll come visit this Weatherspoons. See if it's any good.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, by the way, this ale has been brewed right here in this artisan quarter by none other than myself. So let me know what
wow.
you think of it.
I shall.
Gladly.
Right. Let's get these drinks back to the table.
Yeah. Do you want to carry the ale or the meat?
There's like 6 glasses of ale. I could take 3 and then take 1 plate of meat if you want to take the other 3 and the other plate of meat.
Yeah, sure.
So we're taking back to the table, and I'll place the stout in front of Aurora. Sorry, there's only alcohol here, and the guy behind the bar said this is the medicine you need, and she'll place the jug hesitantly in front of Aurora, the tankard.
She doesn't look at it. She doesn't pay attention. She just sticks her hand out, takes it, and like starts chugging it. This is the Chris girl that had a beer every night, like since she was like 14, though. So her constitution isn't terrible when it comes to alcohol.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Jess will take a sip of her ale as well. Kind of reminds me of German beer. It's not bad.
Yes, Steve also takes a sip, and he still has his spell book next to him, and he is, writing down all the spells that he's supposed to know or could know.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we
And-
do next? We're going to need to earn some money.
Yeah. Like in most video games, actually, they have some kind of board where you can get quests, or, maybe that's something that goes here. I don't know.
Maybe. Is there a board we can look for jobs?
There might be.
Can I have a look?
In this tavern?
Yeah.
You can certainly have a look if you want to roll a perception check, or if you're actually going to go around trying to read every sign that's in here, of which there's only 2.
Oh, I'll try and see if there's anything that's kind of really stands out as like a jobs board thing.
Can I give her the help action since I pointed it out, or, talked
You
about it?
certainly can. I mean, roll a perception check for me with advantage.
Okay. 23.
On a 23, the first notice that you see up there basically is a very old wanted sign, as it were, with what clearly looks to be a picture of the barkeep himself.
Okay.
And as you look at the second sort of pinboard, as it were, with various things on it, you notice that there's like lots of faded pieces of paper and things that have just been pinned one on top of the other. And looking through them all, they appear to be very sort of faded menus. At some point, quite a while ago, it seems, they just gave up on updating them.
Huh. Well, Steve, there isn't much. Just old faded menus and a wanted poster of guy behind the bar.
You do,
I could ask
however,
the-
on a 23,
Hmm.
as you're looking at these, notice from the doorway that you all came in at. Now, you're opposite it, near enough. But you notice in doorway that small young girl once again, peering around the corner.
Huh. Hey,
Something
Chris.
strange.
Hey, Chris, wasn't it you that saw that weird kid?
Yeah.
And Jess will just kind of try and slyly point towards the door where the young girl is.
Hmm.
So it's definitely not just one weird thing. Alright,
Think she's following us?
or just wanting our attention.
I mean, we could go after her, but I don't think Aurora's in any kind of state yet to really move.
As
I'm
you,
just gonna
Like,
quickly.
Aurora. And she's like, Aura.
I'm just gonna quickly make sure. Do I need to make a con save or anything, or am I safe?
you're safe at the moment.
I'm safe at the moment. Fabulous.
Yep.
I look. She would look up at Chris. 2 more of this, and I'll be good to move. And she points to her empty cup.
You're a fucking alky, alright?
I mean,
And
you're-
and that they would go back to the bar.
She's like shouting behind him. And then, when you're contacted by gods, come back to me.
I mean, it is your round, to be fair.
Chris just laughs while they're heading back to the bar. Just that.
Back for more. And he looks over at the table and sees like almost empty mugs, empty tankards on the table. And then he looks at Aura's stout being completely empty with the tankard in your hand. I see she liked that one then. Yeah. And he reaches down, pulls it up. You after more?
Yeah, she wants about. How many did she say? Like 3 more?
Two.
Or 2 more?
2.
Yeah, she
Can
wants
I
about
take
3 more.
He pulls down another glass. Fills both of them with the stout. You be wanting more ale?
No, I'm good. I'm hydrated. I'm fine. I'm not exactly looking to get drunk at the moment.
Fair enough.
I would not be. If I was, I would not be ordering ale.
Do you want to try the stout?
They just shake their head.
Tough crowd today. Well. That'll be 2 silver then.
They just nod and pass along the money.
Now, have you actually pulled this out of your wallet before?
I don't know.
And I assume you're pulling the money out of your wallet.
Yeah, they actually would, and they just like they pause for a second at the two, just like, hang on, all right, and then they just slowly kind of pull out their wallet, and it's just like just kind of looking through, seeing what the situation is with it.
So you see in your wallet that you still have all the £50 that you wanted, that you started with, and looks like normal notes. at this moment in time?
Okay. So they check on their change as well. See if they have any loose.
Yeah, I'd say you have about £5 worth of loose coinage, give or take. But it looks like normal coinage in your wallet at the moment.
And they're just kind of looking at the stuff in their wallet and just like, and they just kind of pull out probably one of the coins first.
As you pull out one of the coins, you see a copper sheen around the coins that you pull. And every piece that you've pulled becomes a copper piece of this world's currency.
Oh. Well, that's handy. They would just look through their wallet again and just kind of bring things out until they find what looks to be silver.
Well, you have copper, silver, electrum, and gold. £10 notes would be electrum, as it were. The £5 notes would be the silver. No, it's the other way round, isn't it? No. I'll get there eventually. The £20 notes would be the gold. But you pull all your notes out of your wallet and you find that it each shines with the same sheen of the coin type that it's representing as it comes out from your as it comes out of the wallet. Small flash here, little flash there. And the barkeep's looking at this and it's like quite bewildered. You're not trying to cast no illusion spell on that for me, are you? You're giving me something worthless.
No. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know how that would even work, man. I'm just looking through. I'm just trying to find something that works because there's a weird conversion rate, I guess.
Huh. He looks at the wallet and sees that there are 2 silver pieces that have been, and you see quite clearly, there's 2 silver pieces that have been pulled out.
They would just put it on the bar and just like, there's your silver.
He keeps an eye on you as you start putting the rest of the money back into the wallet. And as you put it back into the wallet, once again you see that sheen and it changes from that hard, solid, cold gold coin back into a crisp, flat £20 note as you put it into the wallet. Huh. Oh, I see. The illusion's on the wallet to make people think it's worthless, whatever's in there. Now that's a clever little trick you got. That's a clever little trick. And he taps the 2 silver pieces and bites into one of them. Hey, that's the real deal, right? But that's a really neat wallet. It's going to stop people from stealing gold because they won't know what the hell is in there.
Chris just kind of nods with a weird look on their face. Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, it's clever. I gotta speak to some of the wizards around here and see if I can get me one of them. Make an entire sack of gold just look like copper pieces or something. That'd be awesome.
Or even better, you make an entire sack of gold look like a sack of acorns. Then they're not even worth the copper.
Oh no, people roast acorns. If you go down to the fair, you can buy like a small bag of them for a silver piece each. And you get about 50 acorns in a bag. Acorns are worth something.
Well, if you think about anything that isn't actually worth anything to many people, then you can always go with that instead of making it just look like a different kind of money. If you think about it, then
you're not wrong.
Money.
You're not wrong at all. In fact, I'll consider what options I've got. Maybe pebbles. Yes. Right.
They just nod sagely.
Oh, if you'll excuse me, I've got some cooking to do out the back, so be on your best behaviour, will you? And he turns around and slams the door behind him. As he's
They would
walking
just
out,
put a hand on their chest, being like, "Why would I be on anything less than my best behaviour?"
as he's walking out, with his back turned to you as he slams the door, you actually see that he has to duck his head to get in through the door behind the bar, behind the counter where he is. When I say tall,
Chris would probably just snort a bit.
yeah, when I say tall, he's like he's about 6'8" in height.
Fun.
But you return back to the table with your drinks and you carry on your conversation.
Chris would just slam the mugs down in front of Aura, and then would just be like, "Tell you what, that guy is fucking huge." Mind my French.
Aura kind of like looks up from the table that she has been staring at since Chris left. What guy? And because she's looking at the empty bar.
Well, he's gone behind the bar now, hasn't he?
Well, how was I to know that? You didn't say. And she takes another tankard and just chugs.
Well, if you're looking at the bar, there's no one behind the bar. Then where else are they gonna be?
All this while, as you're having these conversations, Aspen, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Uh-oh.
I can. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. 21.
You see that the girl has slipped into the tavern and set herself up in a chair in the corner. She appears to have brought along some kind of newspaper maybe, and she's quite clearly pretending to be reading it.
You guys were talking about this little girl, right? This weird girl who's just kind of lingering.
The child.
So she's sat over there with a paper. Do we want to do something about this? Do we want to talk to her? Like, why is a child in a tavern?
Why is she following us?
Exactly.
And can she tell us how the heck to get home?
Maybe it's first a...
Do children know about directions?
Well, we're certainly not in England anymore.
Yeah, it's not raining enough.
Okay, do you want me to go up and chat to this child?
I mean, I'm happy to come with you.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Let's approach the weird kid.
Okay, as you get up from the table to approach the weird kid, Aura, Chris, and Steve, who remain at the table, continuing your conversation first.
So, Aura, are you feeling better yet? They're just saying with a big pout on their face.
Aura is chugging the third glass now and is just flipping them off.
Okay, I'm going to need a con save after your third drink is finished.
It's okay, guys.
This is
I'm
very
good.
strong stout.
Oh. That
Yes.
doesn't change her reaction, but it changes mine a little bit. It's okay, guys. Is it a con saving throw?
Yes.
Normal, advantage, or disadvantage?
Normal.
Normal.
Normal. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
Steve is amusingly taking a sip from his ale.
Was that a
no!
9?
Yes.
6.
You start hiccuping,
Oh no!
and you
She
are feeling
slams the
tipsy.
tankard.
Yeah, you are feeling
You-
tipsy, and you are hiccuping a lot.
You don't know what I have been through? Okay? I saw so much.
Yeah.
Your brain, tiny, would explode. what I saw.
Excuse me? Your brain tiny, actually. My brain, huge. My brain, wrinkly.
She's like furrowing her brows and like looking him up and down while hiccuping. Right. Well, anyway, I'm the chosen one.
No.
Well, did God speak to you?
I think you're just. I don't think you're the chosen one. I think you're just delusional.
No. Jess saw it.
Have you heard of religious psychosis?
She's just gonna start shouting Jess's name really loud now.
Jess will
Like-
just
like
turn
a
around and be
child.
like,
Having a tantrum for their mother.
Jess will turn around and hold a finger up like 1 second. 1 second.
She's just gonna continue.
Yeah.
Drunk blindness, Jess isn't right in front of her. Jess is gone.
Steve at this point is with. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go on, Steve.
I was about to say, Steve is now full on with a big grin, drinking his ale at this conversation. Just like not saying anything, like just grinning, drinking, and writing in his spellbook.
As you are walking towards the young girl, we're going to head over to Jess and Aspen. You turn, you put your finger up and go, 1 second. And the girl stops and she looks up at you as you approach her.
Hi.
Um,
Question.
yes.
Why are you following us?
Oh. Well, it's quite simple, really. You're different, you're new, and I'm curious.
I see. And what are you curious about?
Who are you? Where do you come from? How long have you been here? Where are you going to be staying?
Jess, London. 3 days. No idea.
Huh. Never heard of London. 3 days?
I think it's been about. Has it been 3 days or are we at 4 days?
3 days.
3 days. 3 days.
Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting.
And you are?
My name is Nix.
Nix.
Lou, did you not understand that this was Nix?
No. Sorry, I'm a bit slow, guys.
Nix. Well, it's good to meet you, Nix. Can we help you somehow? Or do you want to come and join our table? Because
Are you going to eat that meat?
no.
Then, yes, I'll happily join your table.
We've
And
adopted a stray.
she gets up, and she walks over and sits down.
This kid is called Nix. She's following us because she's curious about us and clearly she's hungry, and since no one else is eating, yeah.
I think Steve's
Can
had a
I-
bite or two.
Can I make an insight check on the kid? What she said.
Of course you can.
Like I want to read her expression.
Of course you can.
Jess, you
Yes.
have to tell Chris that I'm the chosen one. You saw it.
I saw you have a religious experience. I saw the gods. Well, I saw a god who tapped me at the end. I believe you. Chosen for what? Did they tell you what you were chosen for?
What did you roll?
There's this
13.
there's prophecies. There's this prophecy and I have to do it.
What prophecy?
I don't know, it's something about a rock.
A rock?
If you want to go on about how you're the second coming or whatever, then do it when you're sober.
Right.
You have no right to tell me what to do. I'm your boss.
Steve.
And I'm your DM.
Steve. Whilst this conversation is going on, you are smiling away, sitting there in the corner, watching all of this, and in particular the expressions and that of the young lady that sat before you. You immediately, on the 13 that you rolled, you immediately spot that she's not as young as her makeup makes her look to be. But there is enough makeup there that it's hiding a lot of her true expressions, so it's very hard to get a read. But one thing's for certain, you know that this girl is older than she's currently making out to be.
So Steve takes a big sip from his ale and then turns to the girl. So, tell me, why are you pretending to be a young girl when you're clearly older than what you're pretending to be?
So you saw straight through it, did you?
3 years. You were good at hiding it.
Fair enough. So, yes, I am older than my makeup makes me look. I will admit that. I'm actually 18 years old now. Not the 14, 15 that I'm trying to get my makeup to make me appear to be. Yes, I haven't lied about my name. My name is Nix. And I am, for not having a better way of putting it, I am one of the informants with the Azure Watch. And I was asked by my superiors to keep an eye on you, the newcomers in town, and if possible, to make contact and gather information, who you are and what you're here for, or how you came here, etc. But you saw through the guys. So I guess I need to work on my makeup and artistry a little bit more.
Yeah, I work with body posture a lot, so yeah.
Really? What do you do then?
I teach martial arts.
Interesting. Very interesting. And she looks over at Aura. And you seem to have had half a glass too much.
She had a bit of a shock earlier.
Ah, so the barkeep gave you his favourite medicine, did he?
It's very nice. Wouldn't recommend though. Too young. Gotta be at least 21 years old.
No, you're allowed to drink at 18 in England.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
But you're
Oh.
still children.
Where's England? I'm confused.
England's where we're from originally. The town
Actually,
the city
I'm
from is called
American.
London. She's from
These guys-
America.
I've never heard of America either. Or England.
What? Have you heard of the USA? That's another name for it. You no?
Can we trust Nix?
Well,
wouldn't
I
trust
should
a
hope
child.
so.
I feel like we're just freely giving information away to a child who has explicitly said she's an informant.
But didn't Elizabeth tell us that we should make contact with someone from the Azure Watch? If I recall.
Did she?
Did she, DM? Can't remember. I'm looking at my notes.
Chris is just asking in character, like just being like, she?
Yeah, yeah. Elizabeth has connections to that. Elizabeth has. I'm reading my notes. Sorry, Elizabeth has connections to the Azure Watch. So, but can we trust Nix? Can we trust you?
Can we trust the Azure Watch? I don't even get what they
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
mean, I hear these questions of trust being thrown around. Honestly, in this day and age, it was not too long ago that the Azure Watch itself overthrew the corruption in this town. Why, 3 weeks ago we were merely holding a festival in honor of their success.
Can I do an insight to see if she's telling the truth about?
Of course you can. Yes, I am an informant for the Azure Watch, but
Damn it!
what do you roll?
Natural 1 for an 8.
Ugh.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Damn it. Okay.
I'm quite frustrated, though, at the moment, and I thought I'd take an easier assignment this time. Which was to keep an eye on you lot, and that came from A certain someone that you've already met.
Elizabeth.
Yes, she asked me to just keep an eye on you and make sure that you stayed safe.
So she told you our story?
She told me enough that I know you're not from Albion.
Not even close.
Isn't Elizabeth the lady that made my nice clothing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. She is.
She was very kind, but she ripped apart my clothing. But I think she's gonna fix it now. So I think it's gonna be okay. But if not, I'll be really sad.
I wouldn't worry. Elizabeth's one of the best tailors in town. She will have it put back together before you get back home. Well,
And how do
to
we
her
get
shop.
back? I was going to say, how do we get back home? Because clearly this is not our home.
Well, that I don't know, I'm afraid.
Uh-huh.
Boo.
Well, that sucks.
It does a little, and I'm getting quite exhausted.
Because you're.
She's 18. She just told us.
She's not a child.
She's still a child in my eyes.
Yeah, you're drunk.
Can I
Your
roll another
perception-
con save, please?
Can you roll a what? Sorry.
Still
Can
kind of
I roll another con save, please?
Yeah, go for it.
That's one.
Let me sober up, guys. Give me a second.
I don't think anyone who's 29 would to be married.
Amazing.
You're still in the same condition.
Well, yeah, I rolled the exact same thing.
Lovely.
You
I
are.
don't think
That's
anyone who's like 29 or above, which is most of us here, is gonna think that. Oh yeah, just because they've just turned 18, they're totally a full adult now.
You are nothing but a spring chicken with too much cake on your face. And she like puts a hand on top of her head and like messes up her hair.
As
You
you
need to
put,
live.
as you put your hand on top of her head, you all watch as suddenly she reacts extremely quickly. First, reaching up, grabbing your wrist, and as she grabs your wrist, she twists it. And she twists it backwards in a way that the mechanics of your arm actually pulls you backwards and onto the table. You, as a martial artist, Steve, have seen this before. You know this very, very well.
Do I have a chance to react in any way, shape, or form so that I don't land horribly?
She doesn't let you land horribly. Once your hand has been moved away and you've been pushed down, as it were, onto this table, just using the mechanics of your body, she didn't even put much effort into doing it either. She lets go, and you can sit yourself up.
You've got some quick reflexes there.
Can I roll a constitution save? That sobered me up.
You can indeed, and I will let you have an advantage on this one because of the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I rolled the same thing twice anyway.
on that roll. That's an 18. Yeah, you sober up.
She kind of like sits up on the table, blinks her eyes a bit. Nice, kid. That was some quick reflexes. Oh, I think
Well,
I'm sick.
let's just say my training is paid off a little bit.
She like gets off the table. You're still spring chicken, by the way. You are a child. Don't try and act like an adult. Live your youth.
Oh
And she
dear.
like dusts herself off.
I have probably seen more things than you have in what I can only assume to be double my lifetime.
Well, first of all, it is rude to assume a woman's age. Second of all, I don't care how much you've seen. You are still a child. Live your youth. And she'll like fix her hair now and sit back down on her seat.
But
So,
yes. What's your name again? Sorry. As he looks out,
My
as she
name-
looks as she looks over at you, Steve.
the name's Steve.
Ah, thank you for noticing my reactions.
Well, I am a martial arts teacher, so yeah.
Hmm. It's just but a simple trick, is it not?
Fair, but a very effective one.
Indeed. I learnt that maybe 6 years ago.
That's very nice.
Well,
So,
when
Nyx
you've
was it, right?
yes,
I've got a question.
yes,
So, our group, we were talking about, trying to earn some money. Or gold, I guess.
Yeah, we're not going to get far with what we've got from where we're from.
of course. Well, there are 2 or 3 different types of opportunities in this town. Honest ones. Then there's the not so honest ones. And then there's seeing if someone will help you find work in a shop or something like that. It's entirely up to you what you wish to do, but normally adventurers of your kind tends to well, normally people of your kind who tend to travel about tend to look at what skills they have and then maybe take up guarding a convoy or a caravan that's maybe moving from one town to another. And a few gold coin on the way. Normally it pays about a gold a day. And then,
I mean,
in return for that, you protect the convoy from anything that happens en route till they get to their destination. It's definitely a viable option.
it's something. I mean, what skills do I have? I'm a trainee psychologist. I can't fight.
What do you mean, trainee psychologist?
I'm training to be a head doctor. I helping people with their troublesome thoughts.
Okay.
Trauma, that kind of thing. At least I was until I got stripped away from where we're from and thrown into this world.
Well, you've bought those 2 daggers, right?
Well, I've got 1 dagger and I've got your kitchen knife, which, by the
Yeah.
way, I need to give back to you.
Just keep it for now.
Mhm. Thank you.
Maybe that's something you could try to learn how to use.
I mean, I don't know. I used to be pretty good at archery and, those fairground games, and school journey. I was the only one in my class that got a bullseye when I was 10, and even the boys were really upset because they couldn't hit bullseye.
Well,
I wonder then, maybe we could get you down to the archery range.
I would like to do that, but I don't have a bow and arrow or a crossbow.
Oh, we have plenty available that you can use whilst we're there.
I mean, okay, I've not done it in about 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike.
And I'll look to everyone else and as if to say, am I doing the right thing?
go for it.
Okay, that sounds good. I would, yeah, sure, why not?
Now, what I am very curious about, and this is my real curiosity here, you bought and arm wrestled for an iron rod to use in the same way as a quarterstaff. A simple
did.
weapon.
hmm
Have you ever used one before?
Something similar. Not quite as long as this, I guess. Maybe half the length.
Ah,
But I mean, I guess it's like a baseball bat or something, like you'd use at PE, something like that. Rounder's bat. Sports.
we have such things, and without a moment's hesitation, she gets up, walks behind the bar, knocks on the door behind, and you see it open, and the tall Matt, the barkeep, looks down at Nyx. He nods and hands her it's like an old police truncheon, as it were, long black baton. And she comes back to the table and looks at it and says, something like this then?
Yeah, something similar.
Huh. It's a very different skill using 2 hands on a weapon to using 1 hand with something like this. But it'll be interesting to find out how you cope with it. And she just lays this truncheon on the table in front of you, and it hits the wood with a hard knock of wood on wood. And you are Aura, yes? I see you've come to your senses a bit more.
I think most people would when they are flipped upside down temporarily.
Yeah. That's why I did it. But you were saying that you have had an experience with gods, plural?
her eyes kind of widen as she realizes that she was drunkenly talking about what happened in the chapel. Ah, yes.
Well, depending on what type of gods they were, some can be mischievous, tricksters. Others can be quite pleasant, calming, and a few of them might be looking for people that they can essentially have their souls of at the end of their lives once they've popped their clogs, as it were. And then there are others that lend their power through worship. I don't know what the gods are like where you're from, but here they can be very responsive if you believe and have faith in them.
Not as responsive where we're from. So you can understand my shock when I got a response.
And
It was the
I imagine not from any of the gods where you're from as well.
it was the goddess of harvest.
Ah, you've been taken fancy by the farmer girl, as it were. Any particular reason why the goddess of harvest, Shantae, I believe her name is, would take an
Indeed.
interest in you?
It is my profession.
So you are a farmer.
Yes.
Or should I say you were a farmer before you became a traveller?
No, I still am a farmer. I will find a way to be a farmer here too, unless I am asked to do otherwise.
Well, the farming community have a rather large amount of fields just outside of town. I'm sure they would welcome 2 more hands, especially if they're skilled and know what they're doing, especially at this time of year, as it is almost time for their harvest. So
Are they cattle farm?
there are some animals, but it's mostly crops up that way.
I mean, it's all very well having a profession here, but surely, we want to go to our actual home, find a way back to our real jobs, your families, your friends, and that sort of thing. If there's any hope, or are you Nix? Are you saying we're stuck here and there's no way of ever going back?
I wouldn't know. I simply would not know the answer to that. However, I believe that you might be wanting to look through the archives in our libraries. It's possibly where more of your questions may be answered.
Yeah,
Would we?
I was planning to go to the library anyway
Very well.
to learn more about the magic here.
Would you like someone to show you the way?
Yeah, that would be nice actually.
Shall we go then?
Wait, what time of day is it? How long was I tipsy for?
She looks out of the rather murky window and gets back to you and says, I'd say it's probably about 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh goodness, it was our.
Been here a while.
How? Sorry. You're saying about earning money, but until then, I don't think we have enough money for a place to stay unless Elizabeth is still offering her shop for us to crash in.
I believe she offered you her room upstairs. Rooms upstairs, yes.
Well, that's one relief. At least we don't have to spend any more money on lodgings.
Wow.
Yeah, I've only got
Yet.
3 silver left.
Yeah, I don't have much either.
You guys have
Well-
money?
Yeah.
Yeah, my money
who-
from my
Who do
money.
you think?
Sorry.
Did you not bring your wallet camping with you, or?
I mean, yeah, of course I did. I had 50 pounds.
Take
Not
your
dollars,
money out.
pounds. What? Why
Take
would I
your
do
money
that?
out. Just take your money out. Trust us on this.
Aura kind of looks at everyone, then takes out her purse. She looks in. There's her beautiful, crisp 50-pound note.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she has. She just brought 50 pounds.
Take it out of your wallet.
She just takes it out really slowly.
As you take out this £50 note, you all see a sheen. Not quite silver, not gold, but it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. And it becomes a single platinum piece.
Give me 2 seconds as I am being knocked on.
So everyone's money changes but mine. Because mine doesn't change.
Huh. Well, you certainly have enough money to be able to afford a few days at least, as Nyx looks at the platinum piece, but you say your money doesn't change?
No. When I bought this weapon before, I took my money out and it just stayed the same.
And your money was in a pocket?
Yeah.
Everyone else pulled their money out of a purse or wallet.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Would you mind handing me your cash? I'll put it in my wallet and then take it out of my wallet and see if that makes a difference. Since apparently it's magic, and I'm just choosing to accept that in my life right now. Otherwise, I'll cry.
Sure, and I'll hand over whatever it is I have. Again, I've put it all in like D&D terms in my inventory, so I don't know how much I have, but
Yep, no, that's fine.
Hand over.
You hand over
shove it all in.
you hand over the notes and the coins, which you normally just keep loose in your pocket. No wallet, no purse, nothing.
Mhm.
You put it into your purse, and obviously nothing happens as it goes in.
I go ahead and take it out.
You see it start to change. The
Huh.
coins become copper pieces. The £5 notes, £10 notes, and £20 notes, respectively, become their various coinage in gold, silver, and electrum. And you hand it back. The only oddity here is that crisp £50 note that you pulled out of your purse, which became a platinum piece.
She's kind of just like looking at her platinum piece.
It's very pretty.
It sure looks lovely, but it's not particularly helpful.
That platinum piece is actually well under the conversion rate. Like that's genuinely insane. Like that the £50 translated to a platinum, like that's pretty cool because that's under the conversion. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, at least you've got money. I've got, and she looks in her wallet, 2 silver.
I only have one of whatever this is, so I don't really know its value.
Well,
So-
if you look at,
One of those is the equivalent of 10 of these as she pulls out a gold coin.
Right. They are worth a lot? Worth little?
A lot.
think about it in the terms of our D&D game with Chris, because I think we're in a D&D game, but it isn't a D&D game. It's D&D that's become
Dice
real.
Destiny.
Yeah, Dice and Destiny. So if you think about it in the terms of our game, platinum's worth more than gold. Gold's worth more than electrum. Electrum's worth more than silver, and silver's worth more than copper. So you're rich, comparatively speaking.
Yeah.
Yay.
Be right back, guys.
Chris,
Has just left.
bollocks. Steve,
They jump.
Yes.
you instinctively start thinking of the tome that Chris is holding in his bag at the moment. Knowing that it once was essentially the rule book for the Dice and Destiny game that you were playing.
Yeah. Guys, do you know where the Dice and Destiny rulebook is placed? In
I believe Chris just put it in their bag. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Can I
Yeah,
look
Chris
at it
just
for
put it in their bag.
Can I look at it for a second?
Yeah. Chris reaches into his bag and pulls it out and hands it over to you.
Yeah, Steve takes the rulebook and starts to open it and starts to read through it.
Yep. What are you looking for?
I'd say at first maybe the gold and silver ratio to to see if what we were speculating is correct.
You flick through the pages, and a lot of the later pages in the books seem to be jargon and squiggles that you don't quite understand. But I would like you to roll a investigation
Alright.
as you are flicking through the book hunting for this information.
Ooh, let's go. I say 24.
Yeah, you find it very quickly actually, and you start recognizing the squiggles on tables, even though some of them are still blurry and unreadable. You eventually come across one that has those conversion rates of 10 copper pieces being 1 silver, etc. And it's exactly as Nix has said.
Hey guys, she is right. We are in a Dice and Destiny game.
Huh. I mean, I only hazarded a guess. I mean, you said that to start with back in the forest. There would be
Yes,
isekai'd into the game.
yeah, see, I told you it wasn't the mushrooms.
You're never
This
going to let that
was-
mushroom thing go. I
No, I'm not-
apologize for that.
I'm only joking.
I apologized.
I know.
I believe you.
It's
Believe
around
me.
this time that you all notice that Nix is leaning over Steve's shoulder.
I'm back.
And
Welcome back.
as she's leaning over your shoulder, Steve, as you're reading the tome, as it were, that was filled with the previous knowledge of Dice and Destiny game, she starts flicking to pages randomly later in the book that you have no idea of. Like, you can't understand it. And she's like, interesting. You have literally got the rules of our world written in this book. How things work. You've even got all the spells written here. Like, so, I mean, batshit for a fireball? I mean, it's literal translation. Sorry. To cast fireball, yes. Okay. How have you got such a book?
Where we come from, this is a game,
Game.
like a role-playing game, where we pretend to be travelers, heroes, roll dice to determine the outcome of the story, and yet somehow we've ended up inside the game.
Wait, so I'm a human? Oh, that's so boring.
We're all humans.
That's so boring.
Sorry to say
You
it,
guys
yes.
made D&D sound so nerdy just then. I'm not happy. Also, DM, I am not happy with that. Actually, you guys will suck.
Well, you're a human too.
But we are nerds.
Yeah, I am a human, but I was a storyteller. It's a storytelling game. It's not some nerdy stuff about going over all of the rules and rolling
Dude,
all
you're
of the
making it sound
dice.
nerdy. I don't know how to tell you this, but you're making it sound nerdier.
You're not
We were
making a very
talking
good
about
case of yourself.
strategy game with dice, and you're like, but there's story to it. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
William,
sorry,
but you're-
story is different from math rocks, right?
Own your nerdiness.
Mm.
I own my nerdiness.
Look,
As
I'm
Chris
the
Anyway.
farmer.
I'm sorry. May I interrupt here at this moment? Look, I don't need this book anyway. It's interesting and fascinating, but and she pushes it back towards Chris. Yes, anyway, I can take you up to the library, that's not a problem, and guide you there, but
What about the archery range?
Archery range, well, you passed the Azure Watch HQ getting here anyway. So if you can find your way back, and I'll give you directions from the library, that's not a problem. If you can find your way there, we can go and do some archery and see if perhaps you are suited for a crossbow.
Sure. How will they know I'm trustworthy? I'm not part of the Azure Watch. I'm just a random traveller.
Indeed, you are a random traveller, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. I'll be there.
Cool. Excellent.
Now, clearly, I need to work on my disguise kits. As some of you saw straight through this one. I am but in training, so forgive me if I
My
make
tip is to
things.
put the blister higher on your cheek. When you put it so low on your cheek, it makes you look youthful. But it also makes you look fake. Try have it look more natural, put it a little bit higher.
Huh. I'll bear that in mind. Shall we head to the library then?
Yeah.
With that, she gets up and she's out that door already, waiting for you out on the street.
Yeah, Steve packs up his pot of ink and his feather, or I think it was a feather that he got.
Quill, yeah.
A quill.
Yeah.
Yeah. And puts his DUI spellbook back in his little stand he had Elizabeth made for his spellbook.
Fair enough. As you all step up and step outside, you begin to walk with Nyx leading you towards the library. It's a good 20-30 minutes walking, and part of the way, briefly, Nyx has always been ahead of you, like maybe 10-15 steps or so ahead of you as you travel as a group. So you've got time to walk and talk. But partway through, she vanishes. She looks back, she puts her hand up and then vanishes into one of the side alleys quickly. For a good 5 minutes.
Well then. I guess we're waiting.
Yep.
Or maybe she intends for us to follow her?
I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't risk it.
So, just clarifying, Steve, you can cast magic.
Yeah.
Like magic, like no special effects. Magic,
Yeah, like
just
magic.
Anyone else? Just you? Harry Potter?
I have no magic. I mean, I have daggers.
Chris just shrugs. I haven't even tried yet.
Aura kind of like furrows her brow. Does one know they have magic?
Well, I guess you could say it's a kind of feeling that you have. Like, I can't really describe it accurately, but it feels like, a bigger force that's trying to guide this energy you have through the spells that you have, and like that you cast spells.
So basically, I'm just channeling an energy and seeing if something happens.
Pretty much.
Let's look at this logically. If we are in the Dice and Destiny game, then we're going to have what they call classes.
Yeah.
What
That's
does
what I'm
that make
thinking.
us?
Well, if you can cast magic, you have a certain amount of classes you can possibly be. Wizard, cleric, warlock, sorcerer, paladin, I guess, ranger included if you're
Those
half-caster.
are more half-casters.
So I guess. Oh, druids. Druids are also casters.
I don't even have magic.
Well,
As
there are
you're
classes.
as you're standing there waiting for Nyx to come back from wherever she's disappeared to, you are at the side of the road, and there are several sort of carts and things passing by, people walking around you and crossing over and moving away, and it's quite a busy street. So if anything was to happen, everyone that's nearby would see it happen. There are various sort of carts and things that are passing you by, and you're hearing the clack of the wooden wheels and that. Some with metal rims, hitting the cobblestone and travelling all around you. It's noisy. So it's quite hard for anyone to really hear anyone over the sound. But after a few moments of this conversation going on, you see he looks rather rough. He looks like common clothing, ripped slightly here and there, but he's walking up towards you, and he's got like a scroll or something in his hand. And as he looks at you, he's like, "Oh, forgive me. Um, I I've got this treasure-laden map here, and I just thought you look like a bunch of travellers and adventurers, and I thought maybe, just maybe, you might be interested in learning of where this hidden treasure is. My map here, it's not worth much to me. I can't really adventure anymore since I lost my well, my sense of balance and my left arm. And you can see a stub where his left arm was. So it's not much use to me anymore, but thinking perhaps you could have it for a couple of copper if you are treasure hunters or adventurers. Do you want to buy a treasure map off me? I've had this in my family for years, and it's not going to serve me any good now, even if I did go after it, because, well, it's not going to buy me a new arm, is it?
Okay. Guys, what do we think?
I want
Just
to
a
make an
copper.
insight check.
I'd like to make an insight check.
You can make an insight check all you like. Just one copper piece, that's all it is. I'm not asking for much.
Is he telling the truth is the question. 27.
Wow.
Wow.
On a 27, you can see that there is obvious lies behind what he's saying. He's basically a beggar, but where the crime and what have you in this city has been, or the corruption in this city has been erased, as it were, by the Azure Watch, it's quite clearly obvious now that the beggars aren't being treated badly anymore. And now that they've got that scrap of hope that actually maybe they can have a better life now, that without getting trodden on and abused by those of other classes within this town. This one in particular is clearly trying to make a living by conning people, but in as innocent a way as is feasibly possible.
Sorry, we're not interested.
Oh,
Just for future reference, when you're lying, your right hand twitches.
I've only got a right hand.
Maybe put it in your pocket.
But then how can I sell my wares if I can't hold them?
Tuck it under your arm.
You're strange, but okay. And he mumbles something to himself and walks off.
How the heck did I just do that?
Well, I think based on the rules of Dice Investing, I think you made an insight check.
Huh. I could just tell he was lying, like, straight away. I mean, I could normally do that in my job in real life. There's always tells, but sometimes, we get people who are really good liars and are really convincing, but I knew instantly. Huh. Interesting.
It's round about this moment that Nix pops back. All clear. Follow me, come on. Not much further now, and I've secured a safe passage through these alleys. But do bear with me as I navigate my way through them, because there are a few. Let me just say, be on your guard. Okay?
Yeah.
So be quiet then.
No, well, walk with purpose.
Right.
These alleys used to belong to thugs from the old Crimson Cloak Syndicate, and we still have some problems down this way. But
You
she
mean like
begins. Yes, thieves and beggars and that sort of thing. So just be on your guard, but just know that you should be okay, as it's fairly clear at the moment.
Should.
But this is the quickest way through, I'm afraid. If we go the long way round, we won't get there until the library's closed. The thing is, the library is not allowed to close if there's someone still in there.
Mm.
And we need to get there before the doors close, that's all. So follow me, and she begins to lead you down the alley and into, as she quite clearly states, this used to be Razorbacks Alley.
Razorbacks?
Razorback was a renowned thief and con artist before our wonderful friends in the Azure Watch rounded him up and caught him using a very clever grease trap that they laid down and caused him to slip up, shall we say.
Interesting.
If you follow me down,
Let's say it's actually a pretty smart move to make someone slip up.
yes,
Is that figuratively or literally?
that was literal.
Yeah, I could have guessed.
As you begin to walk down the alley, you see the various sort of cutaways and corners, dark and hidden spots. You see like bales of various like bags of trash and hay and what have you lining the alley itself. You see the overhangs of roofs and things that people could easily sort of maybe sit up at and stay out of the way whilst they watch you from above. And you do get an eerie feeling from this. But even to Nix's surprise, as you get about halfway through this alleyway, there is a loud crash in front of you as a wagon cart gets rolled and turned on end, blocking the alley.
Oh dear.
Behind you, you see a group of maybe 4 or 5 children begin to close around you. And you see a couple of adults, maybe 18 or 19 years old amongst them, that seem to be standing at the back. A sharp whistle and the children scatter, but the adults or the older of the group still remain. And you see someone very nimbly leap over the wagon that's just been upturned in the alley. Well, well, well. Look what the cat's dragged in. If it isn't the little snitch Nix.
You know these people?
No.
Well, they seem to know you.
She's a snitch. She was working with the Crimson Cloak, and she snitched. She turned to the Azure Watch. Snitch. And you see him pull out a dagger from his belt.
Aura's gonna stand in front of Nyx in a protective stance.
I'll stand the other side of Aura.
I'd also like to extend my pole, quarterstaff, whatever, to kind of as a barrier across them.
Okay. You do just that. And Nyx laughs. And as she begins to laugh, oh, snake. Why? We go through this every time you come through. I come through here. Snake, get out my way. Do you really want me to beat the crap out of you again?
I thought you said you didn't know him.
Of course I know who I'm basically trying to keep this city safe from. It's my job to know. Two lads that are behind you as a group, they pull out their own daggers as they start to move towards you.
How far are they
That-
away from us?
Oh no.
Oh
That
no!
is where we're going to end
No.
tonight's session.
No!
God damn it!
God damn it, no!
I was about to ask how far are they away from me.
They are about. I'll put tokens in that on the map ready for the next time, but they are about
Ah.
10 foot from you and
Good.
surrounding you.
Oh no.
It's gonna be initiative.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't wait
Okay,
2 weeks. It's not fair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a long wait. Hear me out. Hear me out. What if we don't wait 2 weeks?
What, are you saying we wait 1 week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie?
Hello.
Are you up for a game next week?
Yes. Yes, because I can't play on the 24th, so next week would actually be great because I'm at Comic Con.
Woohoo! Yay!
Brilliant. There we go.
Guys,
So-
I'm amazing. You see my skill? You see my skill? Yeah.
Well, in that case, then, it's a goodbye from me and a goodbye from the crew.
Bye.
Bye.
And we will begin next week with another episode of Dice and Destiny, especially because they don't want to be left on a cliffhanger.
If you hadn't noticed, we are demanding players.
Yeah.